Welcome to Pete and Hannah's Watch List. I'm your host, Pete Mitchell. I'm here with my great co-host, Hannah!
Hello, people.
Hannah, we're here for a special edition of What's Next. It's the Christmas Day edition.
Ho ho.
Ho, ho, ho. But before we begin, let us tell the viewers and the listeners what they should do.
Pretty please leave a like and subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe!
Leave a comment down below your feedback on this show, any of our other shows, your thoughts, feelings, your Christmas wishes are welcome.
Hit the notification button and you'll get great content like this one, including a Streetcar Named Desire, which was movie number 47 on the AFI Top 100 list.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this Friday, we'll be dropping the second annual Watchies, which will be also our movie news episode for the week. And next week, It Could All Happen All One Night.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
That is movie number 46 of AFI Top 100. So a great couple of episodes coming up on the channel. For those who didn't watch AFI Top 100, we're coming live from our new studio. We've got 3 different sets here. This is set number 1, the one we'll use most. We'll have 2 other sets. We're just painting and putting up the pictures. But it's a soundproof studio. We built it on our house. You're seeing the overlay of the journey, and we have movies. We'll have movie nights here, and we have like a big screen. So it's a really special time for the channel, and it's a little bit of a Christmas present for the Pete and Hannah's Watch List. Awesome.
Yes.
So on today's show, we are going to review Mufasa, which is in cinemas all around the world now, and we're also going to take a look at the Netflix movie. Carry On. Hen, 2024 championship belt holder. Now we'll release our top 5 movies in our Watchies, which will on Friday. So what's your 2024 championship belt holder?
Mine is, of course, Wicked.
Mine is also Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
Let us get on to today's show. First off is Mufasa. Now for Mufasa is Disney Studios. It's in cinemas now. The elevator pitch. After the first Lion King, Rafiki tells young Kiara the story of how her grandfather Mufasa became the Lion King. This is directed by Barry Jenkins Hanna, who directed Moonlight, also If Beale Street Could Talk.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so Academy Award Best Picture winner. It was written by Jeff Nathanson. Now, not a name that you probably know, but he was the writer of Speed 2.
Interesting.
Says all you have to about this movie. The cast, it's an all-star, cast as well. You've got Aaron Pierre, who was from Rebel Ridge. He plays Mufasa.
Yes.
You got Kelvin Harrison Jr. Now, Hannah, he plays Taka in this.
Yes.
Turn it to Scar. He actually played the lead role in Chevalier, which you saw last year, the violinist.
Yes, I do remember that.
Tiffany Boone from Hunters. She plays
And Sarabi.
And Mads Mikkelsen is the bad guy, and he plays Cyrus, which is a white one.
It's just like they're the other species
guys.
of lions.
Okay, reasons to see this. It's outrageously funny in the setups.
It's unintentionally humorous, the fact that...
Okay, so
the setup, yes.
So you get the setups in this movie of how Rafiki got his stick.
Terrible.
How Pride Rock came to be.
Oh, terrible.
And the origins of Scar. When you hear what the origin of Scar is, you will...
Yes, why Mufasa gave him... Like, why everyone calls him Scar. It is horribly
I found that funny. It makes...
We laugh.
Yeah, it makes...
I don't know why the rest of the theatre wasn't laughing. That is so funny. So bad.
Reasons not to see this, for me, the hyper-realism of the graphics are just off-putting. They were off-putting the first time.
Yeah.
It
Disney,
took a long time to get used to it here.
Disney haven't gotten this right with any of their live action animation. As soon as they have to do an animal or just something odd, they cannot figure it out.
Yep.
Because those usually those animals don't actually have natural features. Like
Yep.
cats themselves don't have eyebrows, so for them to express is very strange. Yeah, and I found the lions when they're not cub lions. I got a lot of expression, but as soon as they're adults, I have no idea.
Yeah,
I can't. Well, they're
stuffy,
young
yeah.
adults.
Yeah.
So
This movie, it's just not good. It's
it's completely unnecessary.
yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Well,
It's also why
What happens to you when you make $1.7 billion off a franchise that you thought was dead, and then you go, oh, well, we can make.
it was
some
never
money off it.
dead because it was a thriving stage play as well.
Yeah, but it wasn't it was an ongoing movie concern, so they came up with this new computer animation stuff, and then let's do this real. Let's do this.
It's just
prequel.
it's weird to do a prequel on the character of Mufasa. They already have a story basically in line to do two, and I feel like the reason they did Mufasa was to ride around because in the original DVD, straight to DVD, Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, Kiara falls in love with Kovu, who's kind of like sorta. They don't mention it they tried to skirt around in the movie, but is like Scar's son.
Illegitimate.
And so, yes, but also not Scar's son, because
Godfather 3, really.
the idea is that as an audience, we think of Mufasa and Scar as brothers. So it'd be weird if she was, because that'd be weird. That'd be her cousin. But if we go off this interpretation, they're not actual brothers by blood. So it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to do that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Simba's Next Pride coming to a cinema near you.
Maybe.
Let's talk about a couple of the main people in this movie. Barry Jenkins, what a career he's had. So he did Moonlight. He wins the Best Picture. He doesn't win Best Director that year. That went to Damien Chazelle for La La Land. His next movie is Beale Street Talk. Man, that movie is a sad, sad movie. He directed episodes of the Underground movie. Yep. Which is about slavery and the amazing story. They were on Amazon Prime. They're something to behold on Blu-ray. Like they're brilliant, absolute brilliant, well shot. So and then he gets talked into this.
It's interesting because
a weird decision for his career.
It's the same as the music is done by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who is probably that's one of the shining moments of this movie, good and bad, because he is a great music lyricist.
The song on that trailer, "I Always Wanted a Brother," it's a banger.
No, even the other songs in this movie are really good. Yeah. I think
There's
the problem,
like a love song in this?
Yes, is. They're all solid and definitely could be listened to. The problem with this movie that's different from not the first movie, I'm going to talk about the original, is that they're not portrayed by full on musical people. In previously his work in Encanto, everyone in there, because they're voice acting and you're choosing proper people who can sing and act, they're doing this overacting which works for the music because his music very musically inclined. So it's when you're having people that
can you explain?
They can sing, but they can't.
Can you explain to me why? So
really
they've
strong.
Gone away with. So in the original Disney movies, Lion King and Beauty and the Beast, they actually had voice actors doing the voice acting bit, and then actually singer actors doing the singing bit, and they actually gone away from that.
I think generally because one, you have to pay another person to do the singing voice. And then there'd be a different thing. I think also just but most of the actors in the original movies could sing, especially the main.
Not Matthew Broderick.
I'm not talking about Lion King.
No, but
I meant all of the princesses did. But generally speaking, I think they just, I don't know. They don't. I think it's that other person that have to market They don't sing, so they have to market. A lot of people want authenticity, I guess, with their movie. They don't want to be like, oh, this person can't sing, but they're in a singing movie, kind of weird thing.
No,
I would just
look at Aladdin, right?
Yeah.
The voice actor that played
Steve or you, Jasmine?
Yeah, both of them weren't singers.
No, Aladdin did. Yeah, they did the voice. Yeah, and they didn't sing.
They didn't sing.
I think
I reckon that worked.
Yeah, but you could get away with it, especially in animation. I think nowadays a lot of people can't.
You could
get away with it because there were also white people playing people that weren't that are not.
But you could have got away with this. You could have actually got really good singers to sing the songs.
Or
that would have worked a lot better.
Or in a weird way, you could have just gotten like Broadway actors or something. Someone, because
but like, there's nothing wrong with someone playing a senior role and someone play. Like, seriously, there's nothing wrong with.
I think there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't think
Especially
Hollywood.
when it's animated.
I
That
don't
stuff's
think
real.
Hollywood can market that anymore. They don't want to. They want to market that person the entire way through. And also, I think they would.
No, I think that you know what it really comes down to. I think the people that they want the extra check for the soundtrack.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
That's what they want. Okay, another person I want to talk about is Mads Mikkelsen. Now, he has this song in this movie.
Bye Bye.
And it is so funny.
It has a proper name, but he goes Bye Bye.
Yeah.
In the
and,
multiple times.
I think he's like channeling Jeremy Irons.
And the best bit, well, he's not, because technically Tarka's supposed to be challenged. He's doing a British accent.
But he's challenged Jeremy Irons because Jeremy Irons.
Oh, you mean the
song?
Yeah.
This I think that's sort of an homage to that song.
Well, I think Lemuel, I think he was doing that a lot with his songs. They felt like kind of a riff off.
Yeah.
And like, it's really hard to, because I would think Disney also want the direction of, we want this, but different. So I could see he had to do it that way. But yeah, his song, but even parts, sometimes he'd sound like Antonio Banderas. Like, there's no fault of his own. I think he was trying to do something. His accent was a bit.
Puss in Boots about it.
Well, he's doing an accent. But I did love he sang a song, and then later on he referenced that same song. I love it when that happens.
Love that. Okay, so, look, I think this is a miss.
It's a miss. This would have been. It's unfortunate in a weird way, because I would rather give Disney flowers for this movie over Moana 2, just because it has proper animation practices, so to speak, in play. And it was meant for the big screen, but it feels like it should have been on streaming. That's the weirdest part. And it just comes down, I think, I could get over the animation if maybe there was a better written story. Mm-hmm. Because the story, there are some parts and elements, like I do love the fact that Taka and Mufasa's relationship and how they build him to be Scar kind of really works. Particularly in the bit where Sarabi comes into it and he's in love with Sarabi. Mufasa trying to get his brother the attention, but Sarabi
really a tales all the time right there.
Sarabi loves Mufasa, and then that's a one little notch in the whole making of Scar. And I think it's weird that it's called Mufasa when really we're watching how Scar is coming to fruition in a weird way. We're not really caring. Almost we don't care about Mufasa.
Yeah, it's true.
Even though he's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like Aaron.
He's I love Aaron Pierre. I just found it to be quite. Yeah, the story just lacked in a lot of other elements.
Yeah, I agree. Ready for this one?
I played on my phone.
Yeah, I think it's played on my phone, and it's a played on my phone on the back of those origin stories for the Pride Rock, and it just cracks me up. I loved it so much. I loved it so much.
And you know what? That all happened probably the last 30 minutes. It was just crammed.
I love riders getting in a bag and then trying to hit themselves out. I just love.
How do you get a guy's named Taka go into the guy's named Scar? It's really hard, and they can. They didn't figure it out in the best way.
This movie failed dismally at the box office. Hopefully, it's not a complete failure for Barry Jenkins. Maybe gets another movie.
Yeah, and I could see it maybe getting a second life on Disney. I could see it getting a second life on Disney Plus. Weirdly,
100%. Mufasa is in cinemas all around the world now, and good luck to the people that made it. The next movie we're going to talk about is Carry On. It's released a couple of weeks ago, and it's live now on Netflix. The elevator pitch: a TSA agent must defeat terrorists
weird way
planning to release a deadly nerve gas on Christmas Eve. This movie was written by T.J. Fixman, who wrote Ratchet and Clank, Resistance, and Fuse, which are video games.
Oh, you mean Ratchet and Clank?
Ratchet and Clank,
yeah. Yeah. Oh, he did stuff for Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny to me.
Jimmy Colette Sarah, he did his recent outings were Black Adam and Jungle Cruise. I think this movie was made for The Rock.
I can see what because you're back to back.
Yeah.
But I think, you know what? Taron Egerton.
Well, Taron Egerton of Kingsman fame, and he also did a Robin Hood movie, which wasn't terrible.
I liked it, and also I think most people will know him as Rocket Man.
Jason Bateman, he's a bad guy here.
Yep.
He was famous for Game Night. Sophie Carson,
Sophia Carson.
She's from Purple Hearts.
Purple Hearts, which is one
Descendants?
of Descendants. And she's has a new movie coming out, I think, on Netflix. She's has a bunch of Netflix movies, actually. And I love her.
There's a person
love
in
her
this,
so much.
plays detective. Her name's Danielle Dyewater. She played Till, right?
Yep.
In the movie Till. But she also played the main lady in Harder They Fall. Remember that movie?
Yes.
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 I was forgotten because of someone. Tierra Rossi, who last time we saw him, he was in Penguin, played Mr. Crane. Sons of Anarchy, he was a big character in that. Logan Marshall, who plays sort of like a Department of Homeland Security guy. He was in Upgrade, a movie that was released in COVID times, directed by an Australian Lee Winnell, who his new movie The Wolfman's coming out soon. And you got Second Wells, who was in the recent White Man Can't Jump. So there's main actors in this movie. Head Up Reasons to See.
This is actually perfect Netflix thriller trash. Absolutely perfect down to every detail of this movie. It's weird. This also falls into everything's heightened because of the Christmas angle.
Yeah.
Of course.
Also the fact that
it's also
he's got a girlfriend.
find
out straight away.
baby mama. Yep. We've got
Love the height.
there's some great. It's just got the great tropes of it, and I
Amazing
think
tropes.
using the TSA angle as well, you.
He's a real cop.
He also wants to be a cop.
Yeah.
It feels like one of those 90s movies.
Yeah.
It through and through. I'm watching Die Hard 2 in a weird way.
So these movies are made with a good bad guy, and I love Jason Bateman as a bad guy.
I know he was doing really well in this movie.
Against cast. Although he did that Netflix show. What was that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because
Poor
again,
research for me.
no, but also it's just Netflix.
Yeah.
You kind of just your mind, but this
I'll
stands
pop on
out.
the screen for this. So silly for me. But he amazing. You also need great deaths in this movie. In these.
Yeah, in a weird way. Yeah.
The
Okay.
death at the end is awesome. There's iconic death scenes in Die Hard. Rickman. You got the one in Lethal Weapon with the surfboard through the guy's.
The villain's end. You're talking about the villain ending moment.
You need good death, and this one's got a great one.
It's got a great one. The villain ending. Hero succeeding. All of that. This falls into those tropes so well in a good way. Netflix have done these kind of churn out movies, especially Christmas wise. This one's been one of the best so far, and it's not. I don't even feel I guess Christmassy, but it feels right in that vein. You could watch this early September and still feel good. It's just
reasons not to see this. Okay, this is my big problem with this movie. This movie should have been released in cinemas. This movie is quite good. Now, I'll tell you what, right? It is a poor man's Die Hard. But I'll tell you what...
Die Hard 2.
I'll tell you what another movie was a poor man's of. Die Hard?
Die Hard 2.
Speed. Speed was a poor man's Die Hard. And
Yeah,
that worked out really
Speed.
great. So, these movies, I'll be honest, I'm never going to watch this movie again. But if I would have watched this at cinemas, I would have watched it again. I would have watched it at least, a couple times.
Because you would have watched it in its best way.
Got a bit of love to it. We're doing the Mitchell Family Christmas Spectacular movie marathon for Christmas, and we're watching movies that we watch every year. But I don't think Carry On's going to add to that thing. Probably the only next Netflix movie that I would probably watch as a Christmas one is Love Hard with Nina Dobrev. I really like that movie.
Oh, that one? Yeah, I honestly...
But I wouldn't... All the other Christmas movies that turn out, I will not watch them. I'd watch them once, and then that's it.
I don't think I've watched any of them more than once.
Yeah.
But I could see... I think this is the only one I would personally...
I just think that the love... And this is... it's probably my snobberish, but... I love going to the movies, and if I saw this in the movies, I would have watched this multiple times.
But for me, this movie holds it really good for me because I like Tara Edgerton really a lot in this movie, and then Sophia Carson, who I adore, and I think they work together, and I kind of like watching them because
I think their chemistry was good.
I thought their chemistry was good because you need it. And Netflix movies a big point with their holiday Christmas movies is that the two main leads don't really actually have chemistry. Like, you have one famous person and then one not so famous person, and they never have chemistry. And so it's good to watch one of these ones where it's like, oh no, they have chemistry. It's good thrill trash.
Yep.
I have heard, like, people do find the beginning slow. I enjoy a slow beginning because it's building the tension of the entire movie.
Oh, the first scene is like Jason Bateman showing that he's a bad guy.
No, but also it's just like the build up, like
No,
you
you
know,
need that.
going through the TSA. But I love the whole like he wasn't supposed to be there kind of trope and everything. It
Die Hard
works.
is a minute. He's walking around bare feet and doing it in balls. You know, that is slow at the start, but then that gets a great.
I think
payoff.
that again slow at the start,
Yeah.
and then it builds up.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah,
What are you going to rate this one? I'm going to say it's a watch,
I'm saying to watch too.
and I'm going to give it a rating of a golf clap.
Yeah, that's golf clap. That's probably Netflix's best work.
It is Netflix's best work. Well done to all involved. That is it for today's show. I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas who's watching this episode on Christmas. Really appreciate all the support and for a great year. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Friday we'll be dropping our second annual watches, and we'll also do some movie news in there as well. There's heaps of news going around. So yeah, I'd love to thank my lovely co-host Hannah. Long live cinema, and until we meet again, it's bye for now.
Bye.